here.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Rogues Gallery's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the second set of our series of Batman animated figures, and these are the three I chose. And once again, this set is on loan to me from Tyler Snowflake L, a good friend of mine and co-host of Toy Detox, which you can find on the Cool Table Network. It's a podcast with him and Brave and a few other folks, if you know what I mean, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good show, and I enjoy it quite a bit. So today we're going to be talking about Mr. Puddin' himself, as well as Harley Quin and Killer Croc. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with Killer Croc. He comes with the display stage like we saw yesterday. But you know, I'm not really a big fan of, in a utility sense, but I love this sort of design here on the bottom, which they continue to carry through with. He comes with an extra set of hands that are more like a relaxed posed hands, and I guess a gripping hand. He also comes with a full-on roast, which is really nice. It's a cool sculpt, and it's painted. I guess the white bones are painted. That's cool. And then he comes with a stack, you know, and it's painted well, and they got the little green design in there and the band going around it, and that all looks good. But his most cool accessory / bang for your buck piece is the baby doll figure he comes with, which is a really nice accessory. They could have probably sold it. They really could have. But the head is on a swivel. Nice black paint on those eyes. The eyes are painted well. The smile's painted well. The hair is sculpted beautifully. And then we have the hair bands that are painted well. Moving down to the torso, all the pink bits, like the lighter pink, good grief, around the collar and the buttons, and then the bits on the ruffles on the sleeve and whatnot, all painted well. The arms are on swivels. This one's a little tight. And then you have a waist swivel. And then you have the legs, which are on hinges. You can get a little bit out of them. And then the socks and shoes are all sculpted and painted. So it looks really nice. And then she comes with a baby bottle. And then this thing, I'm not sure what this is for. I can't remember what this was from the show. But she comes with that too. Both are sculpted well. So let's talk about the figure. We'll talk about the detailings, and then we'll talk about the articulation, because there's really not much to speak about with these when it comes to detailings. So we have the black line work that's done as like the animation lines and musculature and structure of the kind of character, and that's all really clean. The yellow teeth, the yellow eyes, and then the red eyeball, and then the black around the eye, all that's done well. More of this structure, this scaly structure on the arms, and then on the hands, all the fingernails are painted. Down at the waist, it seems like the pants are painted in the pelvis section, and then this is that turquoise plastic, and this is the turquoise plastic, and this is green. So that's it. They're very simple, and unfortunately the articulation, we all kind of know how that works at this point, I think. But the head is on a ball joint. So, oh no, it's not, it's on a ball peg. So you can get up to there, down to there. You can get a little bit side to side. Yeah, that's a fair amount. And then you can get a swivel around as well. The arms are on disc hinges. They get you up to there, down to there, and then it swivels. No bicep swivel. You do get an elbow hinge. It's a singular hinge, and it gets you shy of 90 degrees. Wrist swivel and hinge in, out, and that's the same for both sides. We do have, so this is a disc hinge here that goes up into, I'm guessing, a swivel. So you get the waist swivel, and then you get an ab crunch. You get a little bit forward, you get a good bit back, and of course the swivel. You have the weird kind of Mattel hips, so you can get out to there, but it completely and utterly destroys the sculpt. And then you can get forward to here, back to here. No knee joint. You get a shin swivel, ankle tilt up, ankle tilt down, and a rocker. So it's not the best. It's certainly not the best in terms of function, but it is a beautiful sculpt. Next up is Mr. J, and of course he has the same kind of, animation detailings on the stand, which I love, and you know how I feel about the stand. He has more additional hands, including 2 fist hands and 2 holding hands, in addition to the hands that he has that are used for holding that come stock on the figure as well. He comes with a knife, of course. The silver end is painted. He comes with his signature comb from the series, and that might just be the plastic, but it looks painted. And then he comes with his, what is this? Monocular? I don't know. What am I, a pirate? He comes with one of these. Has the blue painted on there, and it's a cool sculpt. And then he comes with a string of pearls, which is an interesting accessory for him, I think. And then lastly, he comes with a his like famous the kind of helmet that he had to protect himself or whatever. And I think this splits apart here. This is a translucent plastic, and it doesn't belong to me, so I'm not entirely comfortable forcing it. But I would imagine it just splits apart in the middle and then forms around the head of the figure. And just for the record, he can hold the comb, he can hold this, but he can't really hold it like up to his eye because of his lack of articulation, and he can hold the knife, of course. Alright, so once again, beautifully sculpted. We have, it's interesting. So it's a white base for the chest, and then the yellow and blue is painted on. What's a bummer is it doesn't, I guess it is sculpted, but it's just it's a very subtle sculpt for the shirt, which is not the best. And then this is sculpted and painted and glued on. This is sculpted, painted, and glued on. For the face, like everything is done well. Like the smile is painted, the teeth are sculpted well, painted, and then looks like washed. The hair is painted with the extra green highlight, just like it was in the cartoon. So that's pretty cool. So that's really well done. And then the feet, it looks like the black is, it might be the, yeah, I'm guessing it's actually, no, it's the black. The black is painted on. So that's nice. So the head is on maybe a ball hinge, which is interesting. So you can get up to there, down to there, back and side to side on the swivel, confused dog look, etc. The arms, disc hinges, you can get all the way out to 90 degrees, which is nice. You can circle around. You got an elbow hinge that gets you 90 degrees and a bicep swivel there, basically. Wrist swivel and hinge in out, and I just had some paint fall off of the hand, so they are painted. So that's nice that it's painted, not nice that the paint is coming off. It's the same, I'm seeing it at the elbows as well. So I guess all of these are fully painted for the most part, which is interesting. The hips are on these weird universals again, these Mattel hips. Just not the best way of doing business. Totally destroys the sculpt. But you can get it sticking straight out, so to speak. Knee joint that gets you a little shy of 90 degrees. Ankles are on swivels, and that's it. So, once again, kind of par for the course with what we've been seeing. And then last but not least, the old hyena handler herself. Once again, comes with the turnaround Harley Quin display, which I think is, I can't go on enough about these. I think it's awesome. Just not this part. And a few other accessories. Namely, 2 fist hands and 2 relaxed hands. Her kind of signature pistol with the cork in the end of it. And it's a really nice sculpt too. And then the Joker fish with the fins painted, the eyes painted, the lips painted, the teeth painted. So another nice accessory. The mask is painted, the eyes are painted, the eyeballs are painted, the lips are painted, the teeth are sculpted, painted. So everything is really well done. The mask here is all sculpted and cleanly painted, and then the little balls on the end of her ears are painted, so to speak. Terrible. And then we have the collar, which is sculpted and painted, and I can't tell. It's so well painted, I can't tell what. I think the black is painted on the red. That's definitely how they did it. They would have had to. But it looks good. Now, the arms are on disc hinges. I'm sorry, let's talk about the rest of it. So the diamonds are all painted, even the red on the black, which isn't terrible. It's not the best, but it's hard to paint over black. And then, the opposite shoes are painted. Like this is black plastic, this is red plastic, but the top of the shoe, the red is painted on the black and the black is painted on the red. And then we have the little cuffs that are painted as well. No real issues here. So the head is on a ball joint, and you only really get the swivel out of it, not much else due to the sculpt. Shoulders are on disc hinges. No bicep swivel. You get it at the elbow, which is on a single hinge and get you about 90 degrees. Wrist swivel and hinge in out, and that's the same for both sides. No waist swivel on this one, which is a bummer. The hips are on this weird Mattel hips. You know, I know these aren't Mattel figures, but that's just kind of how I see the hip design. And then forward to there, single hinge knee and swivel a bit. That gets you just a little shy of 90 degrees. And then nothing for the ankles with the exception of a kind of faux rocker, but I think that'll work just fine. I mean, it's not an ankle rocker, it's like a toe rocker, but I think it'll work, especially with the stand. Final thoughts wise, it's kind of the same type of deal, right? And it really comes down to what you want. I think that if you have these and you have the display space for them to kind of just line them up, it can make for a really sharp display. Because the sculpts and the attention to the cartoon detail are definitely there. Unfortunately, it's the same sort of cons. The stands still suck, the articulation still sucks, and there's not a lot you can do with them other than have them stand there and look pretty. But the good news is you can get these at fairly affordable prices, so it might make it ultimately worth it, but that comes down to you and your intentions for this collection. If they fit what I'm talking about, it's definitely worth it. If they don't, you might need to relax. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.